Well, with the Megan Thee Stallion line, Drake may have been sneak dissing. But then there's a line where he calls Serena's husband a groupie, where that was just, you can't talk your way out of that one.
So was he dated her or something? And
I think they had messed around at some point. Well, because I remember, he did, because I remember I interviewed Common, and that whole Common Drake beef was over Serena.
Okay.
Because Common, I think, had messed with her, then I think Drake had kind of messed with her. And then
but who's her husband? Just some random guy?
The guy who owns Reddit.
Oh, really?
The CEO of Reddit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. I had no idea. I don't know anything about, I just found out she was from Compton.
Yeah, of course.
I had no idea. I'm like thinking she's from overseas or something.
No,
I'm like, how the hell did I miss that?
Her and her family, her sister.
I don't know anything about sports. Like
total
blind spot.
Yeah, no, that was an interesting one. And her husband actually responded.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and he said the reason why I keep winning is because I'm the best groupie I could be when it comes to my wife and my daughter.
Saw that tweet. That's the gayest shit I ever heard. What the fuck is he like? I'm being the best groupie I could be. Like, what the? Do you even know? Like, is he American?
I believe so.
Because that would appear to me that you don't really know what the mening of the word groupie is.
No,
that's such a goofy usage.
What are you supposed to say? I mean, but think about it. Like, what else could he say? He's not a tough guy. He's not an athletic guy. Like, what are you going to say?
Why did Drake call him a groupie?
I'm going to fuck you up when I see you.
But did he ever, like, what did he ever do to Drake to make Drake call him a groupie?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's a story. Maybe when they met, he asked Drake for a photo or something like that. Maybe. That's what I'm thinking. When I first heard that, I'm like, did he ask Drake for a photo when they met? Was he kind of starstruck? It's weird, right? Because I remember me being in the industry for so long, no matter who it is, I react a certain type of way. Yes, I am a fan or even a super fan of certain people, but I've never lost my composure around someone. Me and John Sally were hanging out on Halloween, actually. And this guy walked up to John and was just like gushing over him. Just like, oh my God, the Bad Boys. Oh, I love you guys so much. Oh, and it was almost uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
It was like, oh shit. Like, is this how people act around celebrities who aren't really around celebrities? And you could tell John was uncomfortable.
Yeah. He
was like, oh yeah, man, thank you. He's like, yo, man. And the guy kept going, right? He kept going and going. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy to see. Like, I've never acted like this before.
Yeah.
But hey, you're next to this big celebrity, you really are a fan. I don't know. Maybe Serena's husband really did gush over Drake when they met, and he's thinking like, oh, I used to fuck your wife, and I'm going to diss you, because he ain't fucking her no more.
Yeah.
He ain't got a baby with her.
Shit. I mean, yeah, that to me is crazy because I cannot. It's crazy because I try to think of like the worst times I've really like acted like a weirdo and like really been excited to meet somebody. And even my worst ones, I don't think were that bad. Like even when I met Gucci, what do? I fucking shake his hand, give him a hug. We exchange a couple sentences. This is like my favorite rapper of all these years. And I'm pretty sure if I had like camera footage of it right now, you would not see me doing any weird ass shit. Said what up, gave him a hug. Go back to chilling in the club in his section, whatever, talking to my girl, talking to my friends. Like, yeah, I mean, there's definitely people who I would like probably have like a pretty weird monologue in my head ready to go. Like if I met somebody I was such a big fan of and I just wanted to tell them some obscure ass shit, I would do that. But I'm not going to be on some like, oh my God, I love you. You're the best. Like whatever. I mean, that's just cringe to me. I'm like glad I got to a certain point of success though, because sometimes I think about when I was younger, like a long time ago, and some of the stuff that I might have like said or done when I met somebody who was famous, or at least what I would have thought was normal before I got so used to people doing it to me that I probably would have had some goofy ass shit in my system that I could imagine. But I don't know. 'Cause I've always felt like you gotta be cool. You gotta be yourself. I watched a video of this YouTuber, Kai Cenat the other day. He's like the #1 Twitch streamer, and he's kicking it with Lil Uzi. And he's like pulls up in Lil Uzi's dressing room, and he's dancing. He's making all his jokes. He's being loud. He's being funny. He's just 100% being himself. And I said in my group chat with all the No Jumper hosts, I said, That's how I know this kid is something special, is because he gets around one of the biggest stars in music and he doesn't change a bit. He's just being himself, and Uzi's fucking with it. Uzi's laughing. 99% of people, when they get around Lil Uzi, start acting weird and timid, and their hands get cold and they're shaking. You know, it's like, that to me, when I saw him do that, I was like, that's how I know you're really built for this. Because you get around an A-lister and you don't change at all.
Hey, man, listen, when I met Dave Chappelle, the first thing he told me is how much he liked my work.
Oh, that's great.
And I was like, yo, likewise. Let's take a picture together. Boom. Let's just hang out. New Kendrick album was playing at the time. And I was like, we started talking about that a little bit, exchanged numbers, kept it moving. I guess I feel like I'm the shit also. I feel like this person should look up to me as well in the same way that I look up to them. You know, Kevin Durant DM'd me recently and was like, yo, man, I just want to say that you're the best at what you do. I watch your shit every day. And I'm like, damn, I feel the same way about you. And that's that. None of us need to fan out around each other.
And I hate false humility, where it's like, if Kevin Durant said, oh, Vlad, I fuck with your channel, and you'd be like, I can't believe that Kevin Durant would like what I'm doing with my life. It's like, man, shut the fuck up. You know, like, why wouldn't he like it? You like it. You're not so different than him. You're a fucking millionaire with a platform, and you're looking for some shit to watch on YouTube too, right? Like, I don't know. Like, that just kind of weirds me out when people try to act like, oh, I can't believe that Drake followed me on Instagram. It's like, bro, you're a poppin' underground up and coming rapper. Of course he fucking like, you know, just. And it's one thing when you're the first. It's your first time getting this kind of attention, and it's another thing when people just keep this weird, fake, humble thing going their whole life. And I'm like, no, bro, I got to a certain point where it's like, anybody could tell me they like my YouTube channel. I'll be like, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Because I like it too. Like, I get it. Yeah.